just before you say something you can't take away. Take a breath and let it out. Try to think about what would love do now. Wondering if you should cross that line for good. Whatever you decide, ask yourself from inside, what would love do now? Everything is either an act of love or a cry for love. That's why for love we try for love. In the end, that's all we know that's real. Whether right or wrong doesn't matter, just as long as you let your heart decide. Ask yourself from inside, what will love do now? Everything is either an act of love or a cry for love. That's why for love we die for love. In the end, that's all we know that's real. Whether right or wrong doesn't matter, just as long as you let your heart decide. Ask yourself from inside, what would love do? Sing it from inside with me, y'all. What would love do now? Let me hear you sing it, people.
What would love do now?
Sing it one more time for me, y'all.
What would love
Do now. Thank you.
What would love do now? Love that question. Well, happy Super Bowl, Super Soul, Valentine's Sunday, everybody. I'm dressed for the part, you can see, but Alan informed me this morning that apparently Seattle Seahawks are not playing in the Super Bowl. I was really bummed. I'm kidding. I knew they weren't, but you know, it's pink too. It's got hearts on it. You know, I figured it's a good day for it. I'm going to root for him anyway. Well, welcome to Unity Spiritual Spokane, where we are all about our mission of transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in our world. My name is Amber McKenzie, and I will be your platform assistant this morning. If everyone would please take a moment to just silence your cell phones, that would be greatly appreciated. Let's see, as always, we want to begin our time together by sharing our opening affirmation. I will say it once and then ask you to repeat it with me. There is only one presence and one power, active in my life and in the universe, God the Good. Together, there is only one presence and one power, active in my life and in the universe, God the Good. This is Unity's foundation principle. One presence, one power, one life, living through and as each one of us. This morning, we are excited to hear from our transformational speaker, Jeff TAWNEY, who will be sharing his message titled, My Journey to Find True Love. And then Julie Layton will be leading us in today's meditation. But first, let's do some news you can use. As always, please sign up for our e-newsletter if you want to receive updates, classes, upcoming transformational speakers, updates on our center, our bookstore area. What we're doing, we're going to probably be doing a call for volunteers soon, so stay tuned. I don't have any information on that yet, but definitely there's a lot that's going to be coming up. And so more information can be found in our e-news. You can sign up for that with the QR code there, or you can see me after services and I will put you in. So just let me know. And then if you're at home, please email me and I can get you added to our list, or you can sign up on our website, unityspokane.org. Okay, next, we have our annual meeting coming up Sunday, February 27th. That'll be right after services. It will be in person in here, and then it will also be live streamed. So if you're at home, you can watch. And then if you want to participate, you can Zoom in and ask questions. We're going to be giving some more information about voting in our e-news, as well as next week we'll share how people can vote. Governing members can vote. So please stay tuned for more details on that as well. Also, we have the Heart kind of donation going on right now. Heart is Homeless Education and Resource Team. Our Compassion and Action team is collecting gift cards for fast food restaurants, ideally like Subway, something kind of more healthy. Fred Meyer, Walmart, different kind of superstores that have a lot of options for people. These cards will go to homeless youth and their family in our area. It's through District 81, and so we have a box in the back where you can put those cards and make sure you put the amount that are on them, and then the team will give that to the Heart kind of group at the end of the month. So it's going through the month of February. So please talk to anyone at that table afterwards if you have questions. Also, one more thing that's not on here. We have the new daily words in the March and April edition. So those will be in the little bookstore after services. And I think it's $7.58 with tax. So those are the March, April daily words. So please check those out. But now we're excited to have Reverend Jackie Green give us our center update on the youth ministry. Come on up, Jackie.
Well, hello to all of you. If I can get my shadow off of this. One thing I would like to share with...
A little closer. There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
Like I will eat the ice cream cone. I have an ice cream cone here. I will remember that. Youth ministry is a multi-generational ministry, really. Did you know that? Yes, intergenerational. Our purpose is to provide a safe place of love and acceptance for each other and to truly be that with ourselves. So, as we say that, to provide a safe place of love and acceptance for each other, to truly be ourselves, where all involved experience and recognize their own divinity. We do this through fun activities, discussion, creative craft projects, prayer and meditation, and through our relationship with each other. So I would like to share with you 4 of our upcoming kind of plans that are in the forefront and how you can participate. So the first, perhaps, you would want to be involved with those who are in the visioning stage for a multi-generational summer arts program to be created and experienced. Or perhaps during the week, you want to join a group that is physically moving some items from the youth supply area to an adjoining area. Also, besides the physically moving, you can be mentally organizing those resources so that they're more easily accessible to us. Or perhaps you've been wondering how to serve on a Sunday morning. So every Sunday morning there are 2 adults with each of the youth groups. Every youth group that gathers has 2 adults there. And then, ideally, those groups would have 2 other adults that are rotating with them so that all of those adults can actually be in the sanctuary on occasion to be in this service. So right now, the 2 youth groups that have openings for you to consider are the tiniest ones, the ones that are 0 to 4 years old. So there's 2 people back there right now, but next Sunday there may be 1 person. No, there would never be 1 person. It would be me with 1 person. So anyway, so that's an opportunity. And the other one is the group that is kindergarten through 2nd grade are looking for people to rotate. So they would love to have some people volunteer. But if you're really interested in the older ones, you can always sign up for that. And when you're needed, you know your occasion could just pop up. But also, when you do that on Sunday mornings, to anticipate that the curriculum that we're going to be sharing over the next 12 months is Unity's 12 Powers. And you may have heard of that before. They do it like once a month, and the powers are things like faith, love, strength, wisdom, power, understanding, imagination, and a few more. So if that would be your growth period for you to also join them on their adventure, just see me after here or any time. Contact me with your questions or to get an application. And to sum up my sharing with you this morning, I want to remind you that the philosophy in our youth ministry affirms that the real curriculum is not found within any teacher or book, but rather within the children themselves. Myrtle Fillmore, the co-founder of Unity, was the inspiration for this foundational belief as she envisioned each child living the truth principles through their own souls unfolding. And we, as a Unity Spiritual Center family, we are all here to guide the children on their own unique journey and to help them recognize their own divinity.
Love is my decision. It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forgive. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down the road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, decision right here and now.
There's no doubt about it. Valentine's Day is one of America's most popular holidays. More than 62% of Americans celebrate by sending greeting cards and flowers, giving candy or other gifts, enjoying romantic dinners, or all three. But the history behind Valentine's Day turns out to be somewhat surprising. For example, the roots of Valentine's Day go all the way back to a raucous ancient Roman fertility festival held in mid-February called Lupercalia. Later, the Christian Church chose mid-February for St. Valentine's Day in order to Christianize the celebration. But who was St. Valentine? Not much is known about the holiday's namesake. First of all, there was more than just one Christian cleric named Valentine. One of them was sentenced to death for performing marriage ceremonies in secret after Emperor Claudius II banned marriage for young Roman men, thinking single men made better soldiers. Pope Gelasius declared February 14 as a day for honoring the soft-hearted Valentine at the end of the 5th century. It wasn't until the 1300s, though, that the holiday became definitively associated with love and romance. Back then, people believed that February 14th was also the beginning of birds' mating season. The first written Valentine greetings appeared in the 15th century, and by the 17th century, people in Great Britain had begun a tradition of exchanging Valentine's Day cards or letters. Valentine's Day soon caught on in the US as well. The first mass-produced holiday cards emerged in the 1840s, and Valentine's Day soon exploded into a major consumer holiday. Today, an estimated 1 billion Valentine cards are sent each year, more than on any other holiday except for Christmas. More than 35 million heart-shaped boxes of chocolate are sold, and more than 220 million roses are produced for the holiday in a typical year. Altogether, Americans spend almost $20 billion on Valentine's Day, or an average of some $130 per person per year. While the most popular gifts were candy and flowers, nearly 20% of Americans splurge on jewelry, shelling out as much as $4 billion annually. And those who prefer the ultimate romantic gesture are definitely not alone. A recent survey revealed that as many as 6 million couples are likely to get engaged on February 14th, continuing a long romantic history that we bet you didn't know.
You feel educated now? Ooh, geez. Do you feel educated now? Interesting stuff. Breathe. I've been telling myself to breathe. When I looked at the calendar for speaking, probably about 60 days ago, I saw this date and I went, oh, I can give a message about love. And as the date kept getting closer and closer, I thought to myself, what am I doing? In fact, to be completely transparent with you, Tuesday I woke up with the idea that I wasn't going to do this at all. And this has come to be my hardest talk ever. So there's some things that I wrote that I want to read word for word for you first. It's with great humility and transparency that I stand before you today. I'm not coming from a perspective of someone who's had it all together or to apply that I have the answers. Yet I have found I have been searching for love all my life. We set out on an emotional quest for love, to find love, to be love. Yet we get distracted by all the hype, the culture, what you want to believe about it, marketing, movies, merchandising. To those of you who have been married many, many years and celebrating multiple decades of marriage, I applaud you, I affirm you, and I stand in awe of you. Whenever I've heard talks in the past about people talking about relationships and love, it was always coming from people who have been very successful, been married multiple years. But what about those of us who have struggled? What about those of us who maybe had a one chance and blew it? What about those of us who are still struggling every day to understand what it means? I hope my talk today will be encouragement to those of you, and again, I mean no disrespect to those of you who have found success. My learnings and understanding are not about people who have failed me or blame. It's just my experiences and possible what we can help others focus on and understand. Learning about love from an early age, from the Christian tradition, you hear about it all the time. So my message and my understandings are not about something failed to teach me. It's really about me failing to understand and me failing myself. I would like to say that this is my personal journey about learning what love is, but it has mostly been a personal journey about what love isn't. Sometimes our best lessons aren't learned in our successes, but reflected from our failures. Let's see here. There we go. Okay. All right, I'm going to be a little lighthearted now. For those of us who maybe forgot to do any planning as far as Valentine's is concerned, we've got 4 more chances because there are alternate days for Valentine's. November 3rd, January 7th, July 25th, and July 30th. So, if you want to make plans to take someone special out and not have to worry about lines at the restaurant or the high cost of flowers or chocolate or greeting cards, you've got time to plan again. You can be original on those dates. We are taught at an early age about love, what it means to love someone else. It's directed to outside of ourselves. Love pizza, flowers, Valentine's cards. We even train our kids at an early age with little Valentine's candy about love. But we don't start talking about loving ourselves until we start having problems or emotional issues. Part of it isn't profitable. The video talked about Valentine's sales. This is Valentine's Day sales for the last 20 years, 18 years, whatever. But you can see it's big money. It's big business. Let me ask you, how many people, and you don't have to show hands, but just a question for yourself, how many people know that they are loved by what happens on February 14th? And then the question is, so the other 364 days of the year, do you feel less loved? Or you have doubt? If you do research about love, you'll find there's 4 types of love. You'll find there's 8 types of love. And I would say that there are other types of love too that we don't necessarily get trained about. Greed is a type of love of money. Lust is a type of love for passion. Violence is a type of love for experience. Politics is a love of power. Gluttony is a love of food. And lying is a love of self-image. The media hype, the media love, we see this, catchy words and phrases that connect with our emotions. The Hallmark card, which aren't cheap anymore. Good grief. If you used to spend like $1.50 or 75 cents for a card, and now they're like $6 or $7. A man can go broke trying to find a card for someone. The Hallmark Channel, love stories, it's defined by the masses. It's what people are willing to spend money on. Emotional love sells. We see the difference, when I was younger, impressionable, young man, The Love Story was the big movie. Love means never having to say you're sorry. Good, catchy word. Then we go to the Jerry Maguire movie, You Complete Me. And there's other things. When I saw you, I fell in love, and you smiled because you knew. That was William Shakespeare. Different things. One of the most meaningful phrase to me has become this quote by Victor Hugo. To love another person is to see the face of God. When we hear them, they evoke emotion regardless of how relevant they are, and we can attach a sense of truth to them that affects us and how we see or experience. I'm not saying that these are bad things. I must say that they can skew your perspective. I know that if I could just love her enough, she would change. Wrong. No matter how much you love someone or something, you cannot change them. The change has to come from the love that they have for themselves. Love is boundless when it has boundaries. Now we know about, love as a feeling. In fact, the phrase, we fell in love, and I mean no disrespect for those of you. But since when has falling been a good thing? I don't know about you, but falling at our age and as we get older can be a tragic thing in itself. What it really means is that we're falling into our emotions. We're falling into the chemical things that are going on in our brains as it relates to love. Research into people who are madly in love has found significant activity in a group of neurotransmitters called the monoamines, I may be pronouncing it wrong, which play an important role in releasing all those important love hormones. Emotions are a result of experience. They're episodic. Feelings are what we attach to it. Our attachment is based on what we know and understand about the experience. Emotional love can be very messy. And for me, it's been probably a large part of my history, is that emotional love. It can also be very addictive. When I can look back and see that there were times I was addicted to the feeling of love, the newness, the excitement, the anticipation, all the same things I would feel about a new car or a new job or a new house. Feelings also clouded my judgment. I did things for the emotion of love that were completely wrong and harmful. A friend of mine is a health fitness coach. He has a business, it's Health Rebels, Stephen. And I actually got a letter from him this week, and this was a graphic on that. To love others, we need to come from a place of loving within ourselves. So which cup would you like? And that's a pivotal, not that it happened this week, but coming to that place where you recognize that you can't love somebody with something you don't have for yourself. And it's taken me a long time to figure that out. Stephen, when he does his coaching, as I said, he's a fitness trainer, but a lot of the coaching that he does is actually coaching people about healthy habits for themselves, how they look at food, how they look at fitness, how they look at themselves. So he spends a majority of his time with his clients talking to them about their health, mental health fitness as it relates to their overall fitness. During Valentine's Day and other times, people think about pouring into others. I'm going to pour into that person. Unfortunately, you cannot fill someone else's cup when your cup is empty, no matter how much you try. Love is a verb. We're all familiar with the scripture. Talks about love is patient, love is kind. Love does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking. Those are all actions They're not feelings. While emotional love is based on feelings, is messy, authentic love is not. It's straightforward. It's intentional regardless of the circumstances or the emotions. It's what we project from the inside out. It's like the cup is overflowing, and this is just a result of that overflowing cup. One of the friends in my circle, Joshua Awesome, is, for some of you may know, it's Serena's son. And one of his passions is kindness in action. And Joshua this is a passion he's done for many years. A lot of his work involves kindness. He has a website, Kindly Thrive, Living Kind, Kind Living Collective. All of those coming from a place of fullness within him, of being kind. It's an overflowing. It's just something that happens as a result. You can't contain it. We know about the biblical, as I alluded to, the biblical definition of love. But what if we change that? As in my Christian background, in the Christian tradition of always looking at love, and I go back to this all the time when I'm looking at something. Are my efforts coming from a place of love, or are they coming from a place of selfishness? So invariably, I will read that scripture and like, well, am I being patient? Am I being honoring? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? And I came to actually rewrite this scripture. I'm taking a little liberties with it today. Love is patient to myself. Love is kind to myself. It does not envy others in my community. It does not boast about what I've achieved. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of the wrongs that I've done. Love does not see evil in me, but rejoices in the truth of who I am. It always protects me. It always trusts myself, always hopes in improvement, always perseveres when I struggle. Love never fails me. What we need more is healthy self-love. Now that pendulum can swing a long ways in a really bad direction. We have seen examples of that. We have lived through examples of that unhealthy, tragic love, self-love. But what we're talking about and what I'm referring to here is the self-love that is it's kind of described in the scripture. Self-love of talking to and about yourself with love. In the book, The Four Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz talks about having integrity with your word. And the funny thing, when I read that, when I first saw the headline, I thought, okay, I need to be honest. But when you read that chapter, it's not about being honest with others. It's about being honest with yourself and the words that you speak yourself. So when I'm driving to work, to my shop, and I think about something I forgot to get at Home Depot, and I tell myself, you dummy, you idiot, what are you thinking? I'm not speaking with integrity about myself. Prioritizing yourself, giving yourself a break from self-judgment, trusting yourself, being true to yourself, being nice to yourself, setting healthy boundaries, forgiving yourself when you aren't being true or being nice to yourself. It can also mean that listening to our bodies, taking breaks from work to move and stretch, Put the phone down and connect with yourself, connect to yourself or to others, or being creative. There are some of you, there's a couple, I think, right now there that hunters are in Palm Springs, I think it is, for a month. They're practicing self-love. They're taking care of themselves. And I'm enjoying the pictures. I'm enjoying their journey. It's the nice thing about Facebook. The imprint of the love that we are to have for ourselves is the imprint from Source, the imprint from God. If we are truly created in the image of God, then when you create something, you don't leave anything out. When you're creating something in your own image, you're not going to create things and leave certain things out. You're going to create with the whole being. We are designed for love. We are made in the image of Creator, Source, Universe, whatever name you need to put on it that you can identify with. That is our imprint. The imprint of love in our soul. We don't just have certain parts, but the whole thing. When your child hurts, you hurt. When my son was in the hospital, going through bouts of pain, and we would be having a conversation, and then all of a sudden a bout of pain would come over him. And I could see his face well up, and I could see him grip, and he was just shaking, trying to fight off the pain, and I broke into tears. Because as a father, there isn't anything I wouldn't do to take that pain from him. And my son would look at me and say, "Dad, it's okay. I'm sorry, Dad, that I made you cry. I'm sorry that this is hurting you." My daughter was going through difficult times. I had some sleepless nights because I just wanted to take it away from her. See, she's part of me. She's my creation. She has everything that I have. And so, in the same manner, when we are having the imprint of God, we have the same thing that God has. In retrospect, what I've been searching for in my life has been here the whole time. It's like that journey that Dorothy takes, and she gets to the very end of the Oz, and the good witch says to her, "What you are wanting was with you the whole time. You've had it." And that is within us. I want to share a little story with you from a friend. Some of you know Diane Sherman. She's a very respected author, artist, amazing artist, just amazing human being. And I had the opportunity to spend some time with Diane and just talk with her about her life and things. And she told me about a story, her love story, part of her love story. And she gave me permission to share it with you. I'm just going to read some excerpts of the actual thing she sent me so I capture it all. But basically, it was a story about love, marriage, and a graduation. There came a point in her marriage, 9-year marriage, that they recognized that her and her husband, as much as they tried, it just wasn't working. They fell in love. Well, let me just read. Like most things we graduate from, it took several years to wade through the lessons, understand the new material, understand the new course of life that would be coming after graduation. And of course, we would not understand the new path until we were more firmly planted in the future. Like most marriages, they began to fray at the edges and then tear apart slowly over time, each stitch loosening its grip on holding things together. Ours was the same. It happened slowly. It happened day by day, decision by decision. We each grappled with the divides that became chasms, trying to reconcile our own happiness if we stayed, evaluating the impact of a complete demise. What would it mean? What would we do? How would we cope? Not to mention, who would get the dogs? We tried all the ways we could to patch together the divides between us. We went to therapy, we negotiated with another about money, children, where to live, how to live. Time after time, we put our cards on the table, analyzing and evaluating the plays before us. In the end, we let go. We couldn't reconcile the divisions, each person's needs and desire. The rub was too great. And I would submit to you that what this has to do was the amount of self-love that they had for one another, they also had for the other. I'm going to skip through. She says, when we looked at the social norms, that any successful marriage is one that lasts, stays together forever, that lives into old age, and evaluated what we've done together, we felt complete. We have come together to buff one another off, to help another shine more brightly, to heal some deep internal places. She goes on to say, from that vantage point, we knew it was time to let go, to work together and support one another in the second part of our vows, our outer freedom, whatever that meant to each of us. In the fashion that we did most things, we created a ritual to close out our marriage and decided we could have a graduation party. We could graduate from being married into being best friends. We timed the party with summer solstice and invited the community of friends to come to bear witness to our graduation from being married to blossoming into being best friends. Friends came, we ate, we lifted our glasses and toasted a new future, a new relationship. We offered a new way to close a marriage, one which friends don't have to choose sides. One that says, it's okay. We simply want different things. We will set each other free. It was then that I began to understand the phrase, when you love someone, set them free. So in closing, we talk about self-love. I love this quote from young Pueblo. Every time someone loves themselves better, builds self-awareness, and understands their patterns, improve their ability to communicate, and expands their compassion for others, the future of humanity grows brighter. Your healing in the world, your healing impacts the world by bringing in new peace. Thank you.
May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. And may I be happy. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful. peaceful and at ease, and may you be happy. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease, and may you be happy. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease, and may we be happy. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease, and may we be happy. I am filled with loving kindness. I am well. I am peaceful and at ease, and I am happy. I am filled with loving kindness. I am well. I am peaceful and at ease. I am happy. I am filled with loving kindness. I am well. I am peaceful and at ease, and I am happy. I am happy. I am happy.
Wow. Thank you, Jeff, for filling me with loving kindness. I've been blessed by your brilliant glow of love, and am thankful for the opportunity to reflect back in meditation all I've received from you. Let's be filled with loving kindness. As each of you feel able, close your eyes. Allow your imagination to sink into a memory of the night sky. Get a sense of turning inward, past all the idle thoughts of the world, and allow yourself to enter deeply into the unknown, keeping it clear of any thoughts attempting to divert your attention. Sink down and inward, away from all the world and all the foolish thoughts of the world. Leave all these things behind. Lean into any discomfort you might feel as you begin to observe the vast darkness of the night sky. Move beyond any fears you may be noticing and all the thoughts you have made up, leaving behind everything you now believe. Think back to a time when you first noticed the stars in the sky. One of those childhood nights where you found yourself joyfully sprawled across the earth, gazing up at the sky. Not a care in the world, just complete freedom to search beyond the heavens for all that defines you. Feel the truth of this childlike wonder. Feel your heart eager to explore the great unknown, the mysteries of uncharted universes, the potential of Milky Ways and galaxies, beyond anything you've ever dreamed or imagined. Feel yourself open up As you begin to sense anything is possible, a shooting star appears. Brilliantly lit one moment, gone the next. You inherently sense this star chose to burn and die for you, to burn so bright and free. You sense its dying out as a signal, a blessing, a guide from beyond, delivering a message directly to you, to offer everything you have, everything you are meant to be, for the world's highest good. As above, so below. This simple utterance ignites a fire within you, sparked by a deeper awareness to look within. For in the stillness, in the quiet, in the mysteries of the great unknown, you connect with something more, something new, something prepared to reveal all to you, something eager to express love through you. Your patient curiosity is rewarded. Seemingly, out of nowhere, a family of fireflies appear, dancing their brilliant lights in harmony, eager to light the way, each taking their moment in time to remove the darkness for the other. Their unity and cooperation remind you, no thing, not even darkness, can dim the light of love. In the blink of an eye, the distance becomes the cosmos. The precious fire that burns within and the space occupied by this divine orchestra of light become one. All is aglow. No thing is separate. Not by time, not by space, not by form. Because no thing functions alone. Oneness and love are revealed. When you're ready to see them, and given when you're ready to be them. When you believe there's only love, love is all you see. Because love is all there is. As you prepare to open your eyes to re-enter this space, surrender to the holiness, the wholeness, and enter the eternal glimmer of limitless love. Lighting your path, lighting all you see from within. Feel the complete protection that surrounds you. Sense the unfailing eternal flame that guides you. Invite yourself to be love. Only love. In all things. Wait for love. In every unexpected gift of time, acknowledge each moment through love. Wake to see love in each sunrise. Honor every love in every sunset. Be present. Be the present. And make a commitment to yourself to end each day by asking yourself, where did I notice love glowing through me today? Because the brightest stars are those who shine for others. May we all be happy.
Thank you so much, Julie and Jeff. That was amazing. I love the story, Jeff, that you told about your friend, because I've always been of the mindset that relationships are never a mistake or a failure, ever. Like, never, ever. They're always divine redirection. And I think that's why we're here, is because we're, and why we're in relationship is because we learn about ourselves, right, through the other, and we're divinely guided, each of us, because of those relationships. So I love the idea of, yeah, you get married, you fall in love, you get married, and you graduate, and you move on to what is next for you. So for me, that is a complete mind shift, because of course our culture does not teach that, but I'm so glad Unity does. So thank you. That was an awesome reminder. Unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred, for forgiveness in the presence of injury. Unity honors the many names for God, the many paths to God, for we know that there is only one presence, one power, one life. So for anyone who's here, and everyone is on their own journey of spiritual transformation. So if you are on your spiritual journey of transformation and you're joining us for the first time and you feel comfortable raising your hand, we would love to just say hello to you and acknowledge your presence. So is there anyone here for the first time joining us? Feel like raising your hand? Yes. Hello. Yay. Thank you for being here today. Yes. Normally we have a barista stand and we offer you a free coffee, but we don't have that right now. So next time you're here, please avail yourself to a free coffee. And those joining us online, we are also very happy that you're with us. And so one of the things we want to really share with you is our community and all the things that we have going on. So again, if you are interested in learning more about our upcoming classes, spirit groups, book groups, etc., please sign up for our e-newsletter. You can do that with the QR code on the screen or with me after services, or you can sign up online at unityspokane.org. Okay, so thank you for joining us today. Now let's just take a moment to acknowledge and bless one another with a socially distanced namaste greeting from your seat. Feel free to stand as you are able and send your loving energy to those around you. Thanks, everyone. Love it. All right, thank you. It's our time now to celebrate abundance together as we share our tithes and love offerings. If you would like to give virtually today, please text your amount, just the amount, to our text to give number, which is 509-215-2552. That number will activate we have a database system, so it connects your giving to your name in our database, which is very nice because then we can send you those receipts at the end of the year and then every month as you need them. For those here in the sanctuary, our ushers will be going around with our love offering bags. So I invite you to hold your offering in your hand, or if you are a monthly giver or giving virtually today, please hold that energy in your heart as we say together our love offering blessing. I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I give thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. Say a blessing over this prosperity. Sweet Spirit, thank you for these gifts and for those who have given them as we send them forward in continued service to our mission of transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in our world. Thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. Thank you. Okay, so our chaplains today are, I'm not sure who. Do we have a chaplain in the sanctuary that can raise their hand? No, maybe it's somebody in the youth services. But we do have two chaplains. One at home who has been, blessing our service today, and one here in the sanctuary who will be up at the front. I'm guessing it must be somebody in youth ministry today. But someone will be able to pray with you today, immediately following the service. And so if you have something that is heavy on your heart, or something that you'd like to celebrate, one of our chaplains will be here to pray with you over that. And like I said, they'll be up here after the peace song, and so maybe I'll find out and I can announce that when we know who that is. But regardless, thank you both for your service today. We would like to encourage anyone who is in need of prayer support to please fill out a prayer request form that you'll find in the seat in front of you. And what you'll do is you'll complete that prayer form, and then we have a prayer box in the back or in just in the near the atrium, and you can put those prayer requests there. And you can also submit them online at unityspokane.org. So names are added to our prayer list and are prayed over for 30 days by both our prayer ministry as well as Silent Unity. So lots of prayer support here. So please do that if you have anyone or anything that you need prayers for. I hear children, lots of them. So let's welcome our children in with our, whatever, that song. Walking in the light, that's it.
In the light, in the light, I am walking in the light, in the light of
Wow, lots of kids.
in the light, 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 in the light of God.
I'm walking as the light.
I am walking as the light, as the light, as the light. I am walking as the light.
Griffin, okay, he's going to do the announcement, right? Yeah.
As the light, 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 as the light.
Go, Lisa, go. So our kids are with their families now, and before we do our blessing, we have an announcement from Griffin. Welcome Griffin up. Good, dude.
So, it's a thing for unity. All youth in grades 5 through 8 are invited to a unity.
Oh, wait. Oh, hold on one second, hon.
Yeah, I didn't think it was on.
Yeah. There, now I think it's going to work.
Are invited to a Unity and Art Project and Fun Day on President's Day, February 21st from 1 to 4.
Start over.
Start
From the beginning.
all youth in grades 5 through 8 are invited to a Unity and Art Project and Fun Day on President's Day, February 21st from 1 to 4.
Okay, where will that be?
It's in Unity.
Okay, so here.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. Thanks, Griffin. Awesome. Oh, it did. Wow. Okay. I'm getting it together. Can you hear me? Yeah. Yes, okay. Thanks, kids. Yeah. All right. Awesome. Well, stay tuned for more details about what's happening on President's Day in the e-news. And hopefully we'll get lots of youth for that day. That'll be awesome. Okay, let's join together in doing our children's blessing for our youth and those in service to our youth. Be the love you are. Sing the song you hear. Share your joy of life with people far and near. And for ourselves, be the love we are. Sing the song we hear. Share our joy of life with people far and near. Thanks so much. Good job, guys. Is there anything else? No? Okay, good job. Okay, and now please stand as you are able, and let's join together for our closing prayer for protection, followed by the peace song. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And that's the truth.